Good night. Have one job tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Irma Jerry Spirit Divine. I'm here to give y'all just short news on today. And I'm also Unsolved Missing Divine. First we're gonna start with a missing girl, Norton, California. Um, Authority urged witness to come forward as they continue the search for the missing 16-year-old girl. Her name was Kylie, and they've been searching, but came to a roadblock. Now the 16-year-old girl was last seen early Saturday morning at a party near near a family campground in Truckee. Now her car, a silver Honda CRV, is also missing. So she is missing, and also her car is missing. So leading the sheriff office to investigate the incident as a possible abduction case. Because since her car is missing also, so they figure someone had took her. Before she went to the party, she was seen wearing a black bodysuit and a black stud belt and a green Dickie pants. You know, and she black and black Vans sneakers. So the police said no one they have spoken with saw her leave the party. So everybody was at the party, but no one saw her left the party. So she described as standing about 5 feet, 5 feet and 7 inches tall. So that's not too tall. So she kind of short, and her weight is like 115 pounds, with blonde hair and hazel eyes. So I'm also an unsolved missing divine, and I will meditate on it tonight to help find this missing person. So I will do my best. This is my job to give anyone closure on finding a missing person, and I will try to work on it tonight, and I'll let y'all know tomorrow. Um, that's a story on the missing girl for right now. And I have the story. I talked about this yesterday. About the mother had stabbed her two children. The mother accused us. They have new information. The mother accused of stabbing her two children. Had restraining order against her. See, we ain't knew all that yesterday. See, she had a restraining order on her against her. And I just talked about this yesterday, but this is new information and update. So the mother was instructed to stay away from the father after she damaged his car. And that's what I kept saying to myself. I said something else had to go on. You know, so we have new information, new update, and now everything is like falling in place. So she damaged his car, and so he had a restraining order on her. So she disregarded the history between her and the children's father. So the father filed a petition seeking sole custody. So all this had went on. But thank God they found more information about this today. So she pleaded guilty of stabbing a 4-year-old daughter, and and the daughter died at the hospital. The 2-year-old son is still in critical condition. You know, so she pleaded guilty to the crime of damaging his car. So not only she charged for stabbing both of the children, but now she is charged for damage to boyfriend's car, and she pleaded guilty for that crime. So she charged for two crimes. And they also was fighting custody of the children. So it's a whole lot of new information that came forward till now. It's kind of making sense. So I also have news on United States schools all across the nation, are struggling with shortage of teachers. The kids just went back to school. And so a lot of many teachers, hasn't returned back for school. We had the incident with the 19 kids at the school. So a lot of teachers ain't returned back to school. So they have so many shortages of teachers. So if anybody, have license for to teach, try to locate some of these schools, because a lot of schools have shortage of teachers. You know, so I talk about this missing girl. Now this is a new one. A missing girl. She's 16 years old. She went to a party and no one saw her left the party, and also her car is missing. So they feel like someone abducted her. Took her in a car. And no one saw her leave the party, and that was the last time. She entered the party. Her car is a silver Honda. And she also wearing a black bodysuit top. A bodysuit, and it was black. And she had green dicky pants on. If anyone saw her. And I would also meditate on finding her tonight, my own self. You know. So that's what we talk about, the 16-year-old missing along with her car. She went to a party and no one saw her leave the party. So we also talk about the update and new information they have on the case that I talked about yesterday. The mother that stabbed both of her kids, and one died and one is still in critical condition. She had new information that she damaged the boyfriend's car, and he had put a restraining order on her. And he also was fighting custody for the kids. He put a restraining order on her for her not to come near him. So that's new information to have. He was fighting for custody, and he also put a restraining order on her. Because she had damaged his car. You know, so so that means she got two charges. She pled guilty for the crime of damaging his car. She also pled guilty for stabbing both of the kids. So, and I also talk about the United States, all across the nations, all the many schools are struggling with shortage of teachers. So if anybody has teacher license, check out some of them schools, because a lot of schools are shortage of teachers, because many teachers haven't returned back to school. So if anyone need a teaching job, call the school board and check out what school has shortage of teachers, and try to help out, because many teachers haven't come back. That hasn't come back, when school started. But so much violence that happened last year while the kids was in school, so a lot of teachers didn't come back. So we talk about the stabbing of these two kids, and my heart go out to the kids. One died, but one is still surviving. He's still in critical condition, fighting for his life. And I also prayed for him last night, myself. And the 16-year-old that's missing along with her car. So that's all the short news I have for you today. Y'all have a blessed, safe night, and I'll see y'all in the next video.